I don't know why it does that. Oh, it's because I restarted my PC. That's right. I updated my computer, and every time I update my computer... That music's really loud. Hold on. Every time I update my computer, it decides that it's going to disconnect my default audio device. I'm not allowed to update my PC ever again. Love the shirt. Oh, thank you. You're like the 4th person to compliment me today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I went to the coffee shop today, and then the 2 priestesses were like, "Oh my god, are you dressed as Tom Nook?" I'm like, "Yeah, actually." It was really cool, and I felt really happy to get complimented. And so then we talked about cozy games, which was a lot of fun. How was Kelly today? God, it's so loud. Why is all my audio loud? Ugh. Every time I update my PC, my audio is fucked on everything. What is my desktop audio at? That's crazy. Just say it quickly. The color's good. Oh, thank you. I feel happy. I appreciate it. I don't normally wear bright, saturated colors. Most of the time I wear colors, it's like more muted. Where is my cozy command? I don't know where I store that. Oh, it's a counter. So I need to fix the audio so it's not so fucking loud. Okay. Alright, that's better. We're just gonna do everything on the fly, apparently. So, but anyway, I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Make sure that you're hydrating. How's Kelly been doing? I hope that Kelly's doing fantastic. I haven't heard from you in a while. I think I was lurking on one of your streams the other night. Yeah, you're one of the default people I lurk on. Like if I feel like I'm low energy but I want to hang around someone, it's usually your streams. Anyway, today's agenda. Not that I got agenda. Hey, I'm gonna watch but not have to chat a bit when my phone charges. Do what you gotta do, Mel. You know, lurking still gets you badges, okay? Like, even if you gotta lurk, I appreciate you. I'm doing well. I had a vacation not long ago and got sun poisoning. Oh my god! Do you want to do a presentation for next year's Camp Bulba on proper sunscreen application? That would be very funny. Also, hi Elpis. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I should put that in my list of ideas. I have a list of ideas that's probably enough for the next 2 years.
I've been here the whole time.
Why is everything so loud? Sunblock. There's like an extra I could do, like a sourdough. What's the biggest chunk of Kelly you've been able to peel off in one piece? Oh my god, wait, does Kelly watch a Game Changer? I'm thinking about Peel Robolino. That makes me laugh so hard. Alright, let's turn down Samurai so now he won't be so loud next time. Alright. Anyway, today's agenda involves... No, but I love the clips I see on TikTok. Yeah! Just kidding, I pulled you up on the laptop for chat. Yay! I get a special place in Mill's heart. You have all the voices out today. Yeah, you do. Good luck on getting all your prep stuff. As long as I get it by the end of the night, I'm good. Anyway, today's agenda involves... I'll be playing Morels the Hunt until 8 o'clock. So about an hour of mushrooms. And then at 8 o'clock, Orville will hop into VC and we'll be teaching you a little thing or two about birds. Bro's got a lot to say about birds. Yes. Yes, exactly. By the time I wake up. That's my goal. By the time I wake up, I can just sit down at my PC and just go... I'm in. Roseate Spoonbill. We're not learning about the Roseate Spoonbill. Oh, yeah, sure. So Camp Bulba is a 2-week interactive event Basically that each day I play a different summer camp themed-ish kind of game, and then there's always a skill share from someone in the community and a extra activity. I did it last year, and we're doing it again this year. For each activity, you earn a badge. So, for example, last week we played web fishing, and anyone who was there got a fishing badge. And then we did like a scary story night, so anyone who participated got a special storyteller badge, and those that hung around and was present got a storyteller badge. So like today, while I play Morels, you'll get a mushroom themed badge. When we watch Orville's presentation, you'll get a bird badge, that kind of thing. So like by the end of the week, by the end of the 2 weeks, you will have I will send you all digital camper sashes with all of the badges that you got. So I have a spreadsheet to keep track. That's the cool thing about Mix It Up, is that it tells you who's been here. Do we get a teacher badge for making skill shares? You know, I didn't do that last year, but I think a part of it is also the satisfaction that you got to teach other people good things. And, you know, I appreciate you all the more as a human being, you know? Which we're going to learn about bugs later. I'm like curious, what is this bug on my windowsill? I don't know. Did you learn nothing from Stugo? Need reward. I didn't give rewards last year. Maybe I should make some extra badge. I didn't do that. Well, there is the reward of anyone who earns 10 or more badges gets the community camper badge. There's that incentivizes you to come more often to every single installment. Which, you know, if Kelly feels bad for not making it, the last day is we rewatch all of the skill shares minus Orville's thing. I'll just give it to you automatically because he talks. Affectionate, he talks. I can whip up an extra badge if need be. But then again, maybe that's why Nana doesn't do a skill share. Because they don't get an extra badge. Or how about I give each presenter $5? Hey, you funky uncle. I'm not an uncle, but I could be. I don't know, my brother's not gonna have kids, so I have to be an uncle some other way. Last year's because of trauma. This year's because you said I'd be doing one and then follow up on it. Because you were distracted, so I shoved it all onto Orville instead. Buddy, you were very distracted the past month. That's why I didn't follow up. And I said, you know what, Orville's gonna do all the work. I wanted you two to collab, but, you know, you wouldn't have been able to make a presentation in the state you've been in. I'm looking at home for most all of these streams, at least part of them, since when we're at work we miss a lot of your streams. Yeah. Oh, Nana's giving you guys the ennui badge. Right. I'm not taking 50 milligrams of weed at once. Yeah, exactly. You can be an uncle for best friends kiddos. Sure. I'm an uncle to all 5 of the cats in Renata's house. How about that? I don't know a lot of people who have kids. Yeah, I know like 2 people who have kids. Maybe more? I don't know. You're an uncle to our doggos. Yay! Are my parasite doggo children doing good? Chloe, Cora, Bart, Odysseus, Moon acquired. What if everyone we know has kids and they just put them in the closet whenever we come over? We don't go to people's houses often. Jill's here. Nice. I'm not telling a scary story right now.
Are you texting 50 times a day?
That one's loud.
My BFF Jill?
Tell your BFF Jill that I'm taking away your phone. TISNF.
Seriously, why are they so fucking loud? It's gonna get to the point where I update my computer again, and then they're gonna be quiet again. Yeesh. Yeah. Are they actually loud, or does Holden just think they're... Are they loud to you guys? They sound average to you? Okay. They sound incredibly loud to me. I don't know. I'll turn my wheel down. They're not loud for you? Okay. Then I'll turn the music up a little bit? I don't know. Maybe the music was too quiet? Anyway. Since we got that going, let's go play, some Morels. Shall we? This game doesn't work with my controller, and I'm kind of bummed about it. Okay, I didn't actually start the save. I just typed in bulb, and then it didn't... I didn't do anything. Because I wanted to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna play as a white guy. This game is so immersive because you get to be a white guy. I'm very burned out and considering going to bed early tonight. Yeah, buddy, you should take care of yourself. Plus, Jill and Nana and I are playing together, cooperating on a game tomorrow for Camp Bulba. We're gonna be playing Lumber Hill, which is a lumberjack themed game. So we want Jill to get some sleep before tomorrow's stream. Promise we have no human children. Yeah, no one said anything about cooperation. We can fight each other. We recommend you choose this option if you're not... Yeah. Oh. Should I play the tutorial? You know how I am about tutorials. I'll play with the tutorial. Whoa, armadillo. Up to you. If you don't, you'll have to flip back and forth to figure out the controls and things like ticks and whatnot to grab. I'll be teaching about ticks later. Slot bulb. Why does it look like that? Oh, is it because I put the settings on medium? Oh god. I fixed all this earlier. I did. I checked the settings earlier. Oh, that's still bad. What setting is the grass under? Okay, there we go. No, it wasn't under foliage. Okay, press enter to continue. You can pick the mushrooms with E. Green crosshair signals you can pick up. You can toggle. Try to pick up 3 morels. I can do that. Ah! I found a goat. Also, I thought the music was loud, but now the music's quiet. Okay. That is really loud. What the hell? There. I'm no longer being a disaster. But I do like, feel like fewer of my LGBTQ friends have kids versus straight couples. Maybe that's it. It's because gay people get paid less than straight people. Anyway, come back here, goat. Come here, goat. Come here, goat. Yeah. Close camera. P. I got 3 pictures of goats. This game fucking rules. There's a goat. Alright, inventory is I have nothing. Well, I have other stuff, but... Can I pet the goat? This game sucks, you can't pet the goat. I have 2 goats, where? Oh, Ren, yeah. I want to pet the goat. He's got a leaf on his back. Yeah, Ren is jealous. Oh, this is so slow. Is this how slow the game you walk? Owls, we're gonna learn about owls later. This game's perfect because it's about birds and mushrooms and shit. Oh, it's playing both at the same time. There we go. Alright. Welcome to this really cool building. Go hunting. That's America, baby! This game is about hiking and collecting mushrooms is too slow. No, the fact that I was walking really slow. I don't know. I'm gonna go northeast region because that's where I live. Today's forecast is 68 with a low of 50. Oh, I can do that, yeah. Went to the northern lake of the northeast region. There's a cabin by the lake. Enjoy walking the trails throughout the forest. Crabs have been found by the lake. Animals you may encounter are squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, foxes, American robins, blue jays, cardinals, frogs, crabs, bald eagles, tree frogs, deer, bobcat, boar, and more. Alright, Nana says we should check out the lodge. Shop! I want to go shopping. This lodge is really cool. A horse! What's your name? Why can't I pet you? Let me pet you. 3,000 points. I can't buy you. I can't afford a horse. We just got a new goat. I'm blanking on her name. Where's Plinko? I have 10 points, so I can't even afford shoes. I can't afford bug spray. Man, I'm gonna get all bit up. A tick remover. I can't even afford that. Nice job subverting, putting on a red cross. Oh, I can jump. Yeah. White guy simulator, ahoy! So maybe if I jump enough. Won't let me clip through to get the horse and steal it. There's a trophy room. Some Morels. It is possible to clip out of bounds and fall into the void. The same is true about actual camping. Welcome to the goat worship room! Everyone must worship the goat. Do what you must for the goat. I took one picture and never turned back. Find 25 Morels. I can do that. We can find puffballs. Pheasantback, Chanterelle, Portobello, Porcini, False Morel, Amanito, Cono, Sibe, and Blivet. Since you only took a picture of a goat, that's all you have pictures of. Good. This shall always remain the goat room. I don't give a shit about anything else but goats. Right. I'm going northeast because that's where I live. Oh, I don't? Okay, never mind. Cabin in the woods or the Georgia woods? I'm gonna go with cabin. Cabin deep in the forest to the southeast. There's a creek and a river. Look for the old medieval well. Look for the old... the landscape is a bit rocky in areas. This area is known for different species of fungus. Squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, foxes, American robins, blue jays, cardinals, frogs, turtles, horses, tree frogs, bobcats, deer, and more. We waking up bright and early, ass crack of dawn. Let's go. Oh! Oh my god! W game! This is the best game ever. Ah! Woohoo! Nut. This squirrel's gonna need mercy rule. I'm gonna kick its ass so bad. It won't make it past the first inning. Oh. Morels Steam game has crashed and will fatal error. What do you mean fatal error? This game doesn't like me. I wanted to play Squong. Squong's too powerful to be contained by mortal computers. It's true. I just wanted to play Squong. Oh yeah, there's spiders in this game, sorry. Rip Squong. Alright. Squong. Whoa. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, that's why. Oh right, does Ricky need me to come over and kill all the spiders in your house? Or gently let all the spiders outside? I have a friend who's like really tall, and he always makes his 4'8" boyfriend kill all the spiders. And I'm like, spiders are friends, they're good for the ecosystem, just let them outside. Oh! He did it again! I'm not allowed to play Squong. It just says fatal error and then closes the game. I tried explaining the shrapnel, but any little crawly scare him. Oh well. Yeah, too much Squong. Alright. We have a couple secret spiders I let stay inside in hopes that they eat other bugs. Don't tell Ricky. It's true. Never seen that happen. You got it twice in 10 minutes. I don't don't know. I'm just hanging out. I guess I'm not allowed to play Squong. Is it normal for the red one to be all jittery like that? I don't know. I'm so sad. Do you think if I never saw a jitter like that? Okay, cool. This is gonna be just like Romancevania, where I'm gonna email the creators afterwards and be like, "Hi, I have a bug report." We need Squong. Alright. I'll just get past it so it doesn't crash my computer. Yeah, Romancevania would have been better if it had Squong. I was the blue one on the right. You want to see me crash it a third time? Before we start the Morel season, let's go over your objectives. Find as many Morel mushrooms as you can. Photograph as many different animals as you can. Find the golden Morel on each level. Complete weekly tasks. Okie dokie. Let's go hunt. Let's do the hunt. Find 25 Morels. I can do that. Okay. We got water, we got bug sprays, we got first aid, we got a tick removal kit. And each animal once a day. Are there squirrels with ping pong balls? Whoa! Hello!
Bulba boy.
Hi!
Bulba boy.
E-raid!
Let me
You're
pause.
talking about,
Viewers.
right?
Look at this picture of a goat
Viewers.
while we get the raid.
Yeah. And you're talking about raiding their
Streams.
for their
Viewership.
right? Oh yeah.
Hello! Welcome on in, Raiders. Existential Crisis, thank you so much for the raid. It means a lot to me. I hope that you're doing fantastic! I heard we were looking for mushrooms. Yeah, we are. All you lucky Raiders who came in, you came in on a good week. This is week 2 of week 2 of 2 of Camp Bulba, which is a special interactive streaming event in which I play games that are camp-ish themed. You know, we played a couple of actual summer camp games, but anything that's like wilderness related. And just by being active or lurking in chat, you earn badges for each activity we do. At about 8 o'clock, we'll have a presentation from Orville, who will be teaching us about birds. So if you want to learn about birds, that will happen. So each activity that you are present or lurking through, you will earn a badge. So since you are all here right now for... Hold on, where's that? Gotta find all my badges. Since you're all present for this, you get the mushroom badge. Yay! Well, if you want to learn about birds, stick around. That'll be starting in about a half hour. So, but everyone who just came in now just earned themselves a mushroom identification badge. Pretty cool. So, yeah. We've identified what a morel looks like. But anyway, besides Camp Bulba, my name is Holden and/or the Bulba Boy, and I'm just a little guy. I'm a trans and neurodivergent content creator who plays indie and Nintendo games. So stick around while we find some mushrooms. Tell me about your stream. What were you doing? Was it a good stream? Did you take pictures of goats? And if anyone who came in on the raid needs to take a break, you know, drink some water, have some food, take a little stretchy, use the bathroom. You know, you gotta take care of your body. It's important. I didn't stay on the trail, so I'm a bad boy and I'm gonna get ticks. We were co-working today, less fun than taking pictures of goats, but we got some good work done. Nice. I do love a good, I don't know if I'm following you, I do love a good, let me make sure I'm following you. I do love popping in on I do follow you. Yeah, that's right. Right, you're the one who did the slumber party stream that one time. I came in on you doing a slumber party stream. Animal. What was the animal? I gotta take a picture of the animal. I was telling someone about that idea the other day because we did the last stream we did for Camp Bulba was a oh, I lost the animal. Was a we were telling, oh, there it is. No, that's a leaf. We were telling scary stories to a YouTube video of a campfire. And it kind of reminded me of that kind of thing, that I was like, oh yeah, it's not exactly ripping. People will tell spooky stories at like a slumber party. Do morels grow by the water? Yeah, so I pulled up a YouTube video of a campfire and we sat around and told stories and it was really cool. I saw another animal. A mushroom! A bunch of mushrooms. How do I pick them up? E. I found 3 of them. I love doing sleepover games too. Playing Two Truths and a Lie with chat was such a hit. That is such a great idea too. We played another game the other day called Fireside Feelings, which kind of felt like that, you know, without it being spicy per se. That game was a lot of fun. It's one of those, like, take a peek into my mind by learning some, like, innermost thoughts that I probably only write in a diary. Instead, I'm gonna spill them right here on chat. Not gonna lie, I want to play that game again. Bird! I couldn't get a picture of that bird. I know, right? Well, that game, well, Fireside Feelings asks you a lot of, like, personal questions. So, like, I was like, oh yeah, let me talk about trauma. Like, everyone's gonna love me talking about my trauma. This is beautiful. Are there fish? Come here, fish. No. Better lurk and grab dinner, but I'd love to see these. I love these vibes. I'm excited for bird talk. Hell yeah. All right, enjoy your dinner. I can't wait for bird time. Animal. I got a robin. It was probably a really shitty picture, but I don't care. What? I'm glad everyone's excited for Bird. Yeah, everyone remember the American Robin. One of my favorite things, okay, so like, not to spoil, actually Renata, be excited for Bird because I have a clip that I'm gonna play after Orville's presentation that you made. Give me the mushroom. Oh, I didn't put oil in yet. I'll do the commands tomorrow. Maybe. I'll do the commands after stream because tomorrow I'm gonna be busy making Mel's video. Alright. Ryan, what's your favorite part about the bird? For me, it's gotta be the down. But yeah, I'll put the commands in after stream. How about that? I don't have time tomorrow. I'll be very busy tomorrow. Does this level only have Morels? I like when birds beg playfully. Favorite thing about bird, gotta be the beak. I've completed my weekly task. Doesn't the sequel of this game have ghosts? No, they're just plentiful because of the first day, so they make it easy. Because I have a feeling like morels don't grow under, like, peat like this. I don't know. We live in a prime habitat for morel hunting. Our local area has a mushroom festival. Swing! Can you swing the swing? Wee! Oh, my knees! Oh! Any type of soil. Let me on! Let me on! I wanna get on it. I wanted to make it flip. I wanted to flip the bitch. Blah. I actually know very little about non-animal life. Did you see the pool? They flipped the bitch. Finally, someone gets my reference. I reference that almost every day in my mind. I saw someone on Reddit had a tattoo on the back of their knee that said, did you see the pool? This squirrel does not have a squong paddle. Bye. Oh, that's a reference to Clone High. Squirrel! He's so fast! That's why it's not making your game crash, because it doesn't have a paddle, yeah. Do you know how happy I was that Skunky appeared in the newer season? So was I! We were just talking about Skunky Poo. Try and catch me, bitch! I love Skunky Poo. Does this game have skunks in it? I want to take a picture of a skunk. It's a little late. This game has skunk. Yay! I'm gonna take pictures of 40 skunks. Literally all I know about Clone High are the clips Holden has here. Well, now you know there's a skunk that says, "Try and catch me, bitch." Correct.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
This is an unattended fire. Whoever lit this fire and walked away should have their kneecaps destroyed by a wooden swing. Yeah, seasons 2 and 3 are pretty good. They're not as good, but there is one episode in season 3 that is absolutely phenomenal. The one about Mr. Butlertron. They almost won an Emmy over that episode. I was like on the verge of tears watching it. Yeah, that's right. They didn't learn about fire safety with me. They didn't do the fire safety trivia. that we did. Stop running! Stop running from me! I just want to play Squong with you. Oh. I hate jays. I hate blue jays are my least favorite bird because they're so loud and mean. They're mean to other birds. They wake you the fuck up at 5 a.m. because they go, Jay! I've been... Dude, uncool. I've been helping feed and care for baby squirrels for almost 10 years now. That's right, you mentioned that you are the teat to a lot of squirrels. Yikes, better tell my Blue Jay friends not to tune into this stream. Mordecai wept. Oh, that's funny. Ooh! An amanita. These are poisonous. How do I open my book? Yeah, now how do I open my book? Escape. What I thought. We got... No. How do I see my mushrooms? 100 minutes? Oh, I was right. Okay. We got gray, yellow, and golden. Morels will likely grow in the same areas throughout your season. Putting down mushroom markers is a good way to remember where you found morels. Oh, I didn't do that. I wanted to learn more about the mushroom. That's what a robin looks like. That's what a squirrel looks like. Oh, okay. I was hoping it would give me some facts about the Amanita. I'm gonna need some facts about this Amanita. I'm gonna need to see the facts. I like my bad jokes. That's me. I should be wearing long sleeves so I don't get ticks or mosquito bites. Does the game have fish in it? I want to take pictures of fish so I can put them on my dating profile. I had the guide. You're right. Yeah, it does have fish. Hell yeah. We get some trout, bluegill, perch, pike, and red eye. Goat. Oh yeah. Wait. See, Ren, that's why you need to show up to those streams. I'm like 2/3 of the way done with that game. You showed up maybe like half the time, less than half the time. Gamotzi. Ooh. False morel. These are poisonous. Oh dear lord. Why are we picking the poisonous ones if they could kill us? Eeh. Eeh. Give me it. Give it to me. It's turning green. Let me take it. Why won't it let me pick it up? Is it not a mushroom? How do I crouch? Control? Control does not do anything. Alt? No. Oh. It's not letting me interact with it. Does my backpack fill up? Like, do I have a limited amount of space for my backpack? No. Alright, whatever. Oh, well, it's only 4 o'clock, so... Squirrel! Oh. I see. Puffball! They're edible. Squirrel! Well, how am I supposed to learn if I don't pick them up? Oh my god, there's so many over here. What the hell? Who knew they're all right behind the cabin? You do pick it up, then you find out it's a false one, and don't pick up that type again. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need to not pick up an Amanita again. Okay, so do that. Yay! When I feel good, this reminds me of Old Forge. That's a great place to go hiking. Are you a false morel? Yes. I think that one is too. I'll leave it alone. How late is too late in game? Like, when should I turn back? When does the night cycle end? It's realistic, okay. It's 5 o'clock, I can probably stay out for 2 more hours. Whee! Ooh. Oh wait, I've already been here. What's that? Oh, a robin. I'm in the water. was hoping I'd see like wild turkeys or some shit. Well, I think it's summer. It must be nice living without daylight savings. Is it nice? You never have to bolt awake, being like, oh my god, I forgot to change my clock, and then realizing it's Sunday, and you're like, oh, I'm fine. Day 1 of 100. You don't get more accidents twice a year because of German fuel-saving measures. The fact that you get so specific about it, Orville, just makes me laugh. Bitty. Let me up. Let me up there. Man. I wanted to watch the sunset. Sparrow! It's beginning hard to see. If you have a headlamp, you may want to turn it now. Birds and other animals are going to sleep. Okay. Oh, I had a better picture of this sparrow. Why is this music so ominous? I just want to watch the sunset. I've lived with and without DSC, and I'll say I don't care. I just wish the whole country either did or did not use it. Yeah, exactly. I just wish we didn't have it, because it's stupid. I wonder if I ever run into the people who, if I run into the people who lit that fire, because that's kind of fucked. Those people need to eat some butt. Ah! 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 I just walked into a spider web. Well, I forgot where the camp was, so I'm just gonna head back to the house. It was somewhere that way. But I don't have a headlamp as far as I know. Yeah, I don't have a headlamp. Parkour! Those are all of my mushrooms. I did it. I caught mushrooms. Look at all the fungus among us. Don't touch armadillo, you get leprosy. Yay! Let's go to the trophy room. See what sweet swag I have. Don't touch leprosy, you get on an armadillo. Look at my terrible picture. You can't even tell what it's supposed to be. Where are you going? What the fuck? Weird, in that particular camper character just leaves the mushrooms out. Alright, what can we buy? Can I afford headlamps? No. Give me a headlamp. No, give me a headlamp. I can't afford that. That's crazy. I'll buy more flags. Ooh, a map. Snorkel. So no headlamp. There, I bought 2. Alright. I can test drive! Oh yeah, I should probably buy better shoes. I can't afford better shoes. Dinosaur bones have been found on this land. Horsey! Oh fuck yeah. Ouch! My head! Yeah, I need to go digging for dinosaur bones in Mongolia. This game rules. Alright. It's 8 o'clock. So you know what time it is? It's time for Horse Plinko, yeah.
Horse Plinko.
It's time for Orville to get into the gaming chat, and I'll pull him into the secret stream chat. Here, Orville, I'm gonna give you a link. That's the sound I make when I enter Discord. I just gave you a captions link. And we're gonna learn about the beautiful, wonderful, wide world of birds. That is so fucking bright. Why are all your presentations so white? Ugh. I'm going to put sunglasses on for this thing. Jesus. Where's my monitor buttons? I don't know which button's the button to turn the light down. Yeah, PS2 font. Damn, that's crazy. I'm just gonna have to not... I'll just look at it off of this monitor, and I'm gonna look pasty as fuck over here. Yeah, I don't know what font this is. And then I'm gonna... I forgot to put the music on. Hold on. I gotta put my music on. No, don't open Opera. Open Chrome. I only use Chrome for stream. Okay. Can I change? I'm gonna change the... Let's see. I'm gonna be evil while he's out peeing. Format. Theme. I'm evil. I changed the theme. It's no longer PS2 font. Oop. I made it so it's not PS2 font, and it's darker. So it doesn't fucking kill me. Also, this music's a little too loud. Hold on. I love you. What? That I was evil and I changed his thing to not make me completely blind? You're good. I'm probably not gonna. I'm gonna use your presentation to like base the graphics off of, but I'm gonna make my own graphics. That's why I want it early in the morning so I can put a lot of work into it. I'm probably gonna wake up at like 7 a.m. and just chug a coffee and go crazy. That or crawl out of bed at 10 a.m. and then regret all my life choices and then get the video rendered like 5 minutes before stream. What? Oh, I forgot to pull him in. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay.
We got Orville here again.
Yep.
While you're in the bathroom, I changed your presentation to be dark so it didn't blind me.
Okay. The copy I'm working with is still is in inverted colors. So
I got a kitty. I will use your slide titles, Mel. I got a kitty. Hi.
okay.
Hello.
So yes. With that all said and done, this is a stream, or this is a presentation on birds of North America, with an emphasis on New England because that is my field of expertise.
Yay. Hi, Cashew. What are you up to? Alright. I'm in. Okay, cool.
Hold on, I'm testing audio.
Oh, okay.
Can you say something?
Yeah, words, sounds, speech, penis.
Okay. Yeah, no, sorry, I accidentally turned something the wrong way.
Oh.
Okay.
So you weren't aware I had a cat on my lap?
Yeah, so I'll start with the basics, which is, that, so birds' eyes can't move in their heads, so they have to move, their eyes don't move in their sockets. So
I didn't know that.
They have to move their heads around to see. This is why owls, for instance, will do, like, the whole, like, 270-degree head-turning thing. It's an adaptation to make up for their inability to have
eye muscles.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm learning so much already.
So, birds also vocalize in a way completely different from mammals. They literally use a different body part, the syrinx rather than the larynx.
Ooh.
So their beak and bill shapes are a good shorthand for determining what a bird you come across might be eating, or what its diet may be. So birds with hooked beaks tend to be carnivorous, good at like ripping into meat, and long narrow beaks are insectivores, typically pretty good at getting into areas with little insects and grabbing them. Short conical beaks are for like nut and seed eaters, because those help crack those open, and bills are for aquatic plants. And honestly, for a lot of these images, I just looked up whatever looked most useful on Google image search that I could confirm was accurate. So
Also, I'm a nut seed eater, if you know what I mean. Cool. Anyway, I didn't know that about the sirens. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's learn about some feathers.
Okay. So yes. So there are multiple different types of feathers. Here on the so there are contour feathers. There are a few different types of flight feathers. The primary, secondary, and tertiary flights. They're all covered on this diagram, although now it strikes me that if I point something out, it can't be seen on this. Oh well.
You want me to point?
It's not a big deal. Also, I realize, since it's not on an all-white background, that I did not evenly position those two sides of the wing.
Bestie, you're fine.
Oh,
I'm
well.
currently with child anyway.
So yeah, coverts are the coverts are like wing are like serve as coverings. So birds will go through several different birds' feathers will frequently change, and this can determine a lot of different and changes in their feather appearance can tell you a lot about what a bird is. Like often birds will have birds often have fairly noticeable sexual dimorphism based off of their plumage, for instance.
Like,
The
we're talking about
males and females
cardinals.
have very different colors. The younger birds tend to have different plumage from the adults, and just different seasons. It can be like winter feather, summer things. Most birds molt once or twice a year.
That's cool. Yeah, I noticed that, like, a lot of, you'll know artists who, like, say they're making art for, like a Hallmark card or some shit, don't realize sexual dimorphism in birds, and then we'll put two male cardinals on a Valentine card, and you'll be like,
Yep.
Gay birds.
Cardinals are one of the many fellows who were going to be considered in this, but got the cut. So,
Oh,
but
bummer.
yes, indeed.
To be fair, they're
the
pretty...
bright red cardinals are males.
Yeah, to be fair, they are pretty easy to recognize apart from other small birds. Because, like, a lot of the small birds, I have a hard time noticing anything that, like, I know the basic chickadee and the robin and then, like, jays and cardinals, but anything else I'm like, what kind of tit is that?
Unfortunately, I didn't include any tits in this one.
Boo! No tits! F stream.
Okay, so bird bones are hollow, and several of them are fused together relative to mammals. Like, if you look at the leg bones, you'll see a lot of these. The tibiotarsus.
Whoa.
The tarso-metatarsals are the lower leg bones. They're all fused together. The carpo-metacarpus are wrist bones that are fused together. The ulna is bigger than the radius in the wing. It's for birds, which is opposite from what it is relative to mammals.
Whoa.
And there are certain bones that are very important to flight. The two biggest ones are the keel, which you can see there is that big like wedge-shaped bone hanging right attached to the sternum.
They got a massive penis bone.
Yeah, that anchors flight muscles in place.
That is cool. I didn't know that.
So they got this big like chunky bone is just all anchoring. And then the coracoid is part of the shoulder, and it is involved in providing vertical lift during flight.
So it's kind of like our collarbones, sort of.
Yeah. I think we technically have coracoid bones. They just don't do anything nearly as cool.
Yeah, they just are there to anchor your upper so that you can go.
Yeah. So but because bird bones are hollow, it means that from a wildlife medicine perspective, it means that it's very possible for them to be damaged to a point where they will never heal properly to a degree that is not common in mammals.
Yeah, that's interesting. Whoa, their pelvis is so small.
Yeah. This is specifically the skeleton of a pigeon, or a rock dove, if you will.
Bestie.
They're very easily recognizable, so I did not include them in this.
Yeah.
So birds have air sacs in their bodies.
Whoa.
And they usually have either 8 or 9, depending on their species. They extend throughout their whole body. So when birds breathe in air, the air goes through their lungs and into their air sacs, which is very useful for flying.
Could a bird hypothetically store soup in its hollow bones for later? Do you?
Yeah, as I say, Nana, you're more bird-coded than I am, so you're the one who would give the best answer here.
Birdville.
So birds have a much more efficient respiratory system, but this also makes them very susceptible to poison gases.
Oh.
Which is why canaries were used in coal mines. They are because of their more efficient respiration system, they're poisoned a lot easier.
So, like, why is it that pigeons are so populous in cities and don't get sick from the fumes of vehicles?
Huh. I mean, birds can be killed by the fumes of vehicles. They just normally are aired out enough. Like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide will just kill birds.
Like, do you think that pigeons maybe have evolved to be more tolerant of carbon monoxide?
I mean, it's possible. The things with pigeons are they're a feral version of they're feral versions of the domesticated form of the rock dove. But yes, the main thing is that pigeons are hardy and very, 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 very fecund.
Fecund.
They are very good at breeding.
I'm good at fecunding.
They're part of the columbiform family along with doves. As I said, the species name of pigeons is the rock dove, or what we refer to as pigeons. There are birds whose species name was pigeon. At one point, actually, the most common bird in the world was, and in all of certainly North America, and I believe the most ubiquitous in the world, in terms of raw numbers, was the passenger pigeon, which would have flocks of over 2 billion.
2 billion?
People started shooting them. Americans just kept on shooting them really, really, really heavily for like 50 years and like wiped them out.
That's crazy.
Entirely.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah,
Let's learn about
anyways,
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Sorry for the side, but it was at least bird related, I guess.
Yes. Yes, Dan, we have fart pods.
So since birds don't have teeth, they need to mechanically digest their food through other means. Now, one thing that a lot of birds have, I used a diagram of a chicken here, but this is most birds, have is a food storage pouch called the crop. Waterfowl don't have them, the inseriforms. And actually, to go back to our good friends, the columbriforms, the pigeons and doves, they produce a substance called crop milk
Ooh.
in their crops.
Ooh, I'm gonna get something.
Oh?
I'm back. I came with a crop milker. Let me put my headphones on. It's a crop milker. I assume you're looking at the stream and you can see that I'm holding...
It's a combination of sloughed off lining of the crop and partially digested seeds. Pigeons will regurgitate this and feed it to their young. So you have the proventriculus, which is a glandular stomach that provides chemical digestion. And then a gizzard, which is a thick and muscular organ that breaks down food physically. Like, mechanically. And then it ends in the cloaca, which collects reproductive, digestive, and urinary products, which are released through the vent as needed for reproduction, defecation, urination, etc. Actually, mammals are weird because they're the only vertebrates that don't have cloacas.
I wish I did.
So, we're just like weird freaks for vertebrates.
I wish I had a cloaca.
That we don't just have an all-purpose slit.
My life would be so much better if I had a cloaca.
Yeah. I mean, it helps so much with just water absorption alone.
Yeah, exactly. This is my favorite picture in the whole world.
Okay. Yes. I was considering including. I was originally going to include like more usual, like actual photos of birds, but I found this.
It's so much better.
I was like, so yeah. So precocial birds are birds that. So precocial birds are birds where their young don't need to be taught how to eat, but they do need to be taught what to eat. As you can see, this includes like shorebirds, waterfowl, and game birds. They're born with their eyes open, covered in down, can walk very quickly and move around on their own, as the precocial Chad shows, with his one arm up and his other arm down. There's one wing up and his other wing down.
I wish I was him.
Don't we all? Humans are unfortunately altricial incels.
That's true.
So altricial animals are young that need to be taught both how and what to eat by their parents. This includes songbirds, hummingbirds, doves, pigeons, raptors, herons. And hummingbirds and doves in particular need constant feeding. Like even like songbirds are going to be being fed like every 15 minutes by mom and dad. The others are going to be more frequent at their youngest. The others are even more frequent than that.
I've seen hummingbirds go after, like, humans, too. Their shirt is bright-colored.
Yeah, hummingbirds are very territorial. I do have some more on them later. So...
Oh, there they are. Ugh. They look like a jelly bean.
Okay, so this is actually... You may remember our bird friend from the game, the American Robin. This is a juvenile American robin. This is a baby American robin in several stages.
That middle one looks like
there's
Bernie
the hatchling,
Sanders.
which is the newly born, freshly hatched bird, which is completely featherless, few days old. Their eyes are still closed. They do look like jelly beans. Much like baby mammals in that regard, actually.
Yeah. Yeah,
yes,
Bernie
I was
Sanders.
going to say nestling birds are the ones that look like Bernie Sanders.
But they're Bernie Sanders.
Like there's like a particular time around like maybe like 5 days old to like 1 week old. It's not mentioned here, which is the Bernie Sanders phase.
Yep.
Which is actually part of the altricial bird phase. The coworker just once casually said to me, you know, baby birds look like Bernie Sanders. And I this was years ago. I think that's the better part of a decade ago, and I can't stop thinking about it.
I need to like dig through my shit at my parents' house because in one of their containers of stuff that's just mine that I left in their basement is my Bernie Sanders bird sticker. Where it's a bird with his hair and glasses.
So the nestling is the baby bird that still stays in the nest, but their eyes are open. They're about 3 to 13 days old, and their feathers haven't matured. And then the fledgling is is the juvenile bird that can move around, but is still cared for by the parents. A lot of they can walk or hop around. They'll try to fly. They start to learn how to fly. They start to get up out of their nest. A lot of people will unintentionally kidnap fledgling birds because they think that they are injured because they look like a little baby bird that's on the ground. No, that would be like abducting a human child, a human toddler, because you saw them fall over once while learning how to walk.
I would not do that. Also, Fletchender.
It's completely normal for them to fall out of the nest at that age. That's part of learning how to fly and learning how to move. Learning how to fly is even harder to learn than learning how to walk. So
real.
And
oops,
yeah,
I hit the wrong button.
that's
And now there's a cat
now
on the
I'm
screen.
just gonna go to a few different.
There we go. My arrow is next to my 0, and 0 is the button I press for the cat.
So there are just a few species that can be very similar. Few families that are families are very similar that I'm going to point out some differences between. So the first are the falcons, apart from the hawks. Falcons have at the top you can see a red-tailed hawk, and at the bottom you can see a peregrine falcon in this diagram, which give a pretty good overview. Falcons have long pointed wings and notched beaks. The beaks are used to kill prey, and whereas hawks use their talons to kill prey, and falcons use both their beaks and talons to defend themselves. They tend to be smaller than hawks. Hawks are a larger family and include eagles and a lot of other birds of prey. What's with this red-tailed hawk slander?
Yeah,
I take care of it. We have a red-tailed hawk at work. He's cool.
Yeah, we got lots of red-tailed hawks out here in the Northeast.
I'll talk more about them later, but
you hearing this shit?
They're not even on your side of the pond, Dan.
Very confused. Yeah, I need to know what Dan's beef is. They do tend to fly out into traffic sometimes. I think maybe because they'll see, like, the sunlight glinting off of a windshield and mistake it for, like, a bug or something.
Yeah, we'll get, we'll often just... Oh, yeah, I was going to bring that up later when I go into the red-tailed hawk in more detail. It is one of the species I am going to, But yeah, owls, are actually only fairly distantly related to, both falcons or hawks. And, hawks are nest builders, while falcons nest in cavities or steal other birds' nests.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Either take abandoned ones or just take them over, depending.
Neat.
Falcons also tend to, like, specialize at catching in flight. Hence the big...
They do, like, bird shows with them and stuff.
Yeah. So, crows from ravens. So crows are the American crow, the Corvus brachyrhynchos.
Nice.
Not sure,
Brachyrhynchos.
whole lot of corvids out there, but corvids are but the two most common and the two most similar looking, unfortunately, are the American crow and the common raven. So the American crow is smaller, has a higher pitched cry, you know, the whole caw-caw. They have, you know, smoother.
Oh, I see. Like there's a wattle-ish kind of plumage under the raven.
Yeah, there's a. Nana has a good overview of it.
If it's a raven, holy shit.
Ravens kind of sound like they're just like shouting at you.
Well, so do crows,
This
because you hear the
diagram
crows
on the
going,
side
"Quack,
describes it as a croak, but like even more so than a crow does.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Okay. We have a lot of crows in my neighborhood. I want to be friends with them.
The easiest way to tell them apart, because unless you are up close, is sound wise, because the differences in like beak shape and like these differences in silhouette you could probably get.
Oh, right. I've heard... Didn't we see a raven at a street fair that one time, Nana? And it was like kind of doing like a little very quiet whispery... It was like whispering because it was like overstimulated. It was doing like a...
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
They had a very tiny owl at that display. There was a crow?
Yeah, we had a raven at work for a while, and she would mimic words. She was very large.
I think they have a raven at the Renaissance Fair, actually.
Yeah,
Unless it's also a crow.
Like...
That's raven. Okay, cool. The raven will take your dollar bill.
Yeah. The... Yeah. So... The ravens are significantly larger. Behaviorally they can also be fairly similar. So again, I would go with, again, what they sound like is the easiest way to tell these guys apart. But both are capable of mimicking speech. Crows, in particular, have developed a very excellent tool use. And so I just added it for fun. A group of crows is called a murder, and a group of ravens is called an unkindness.
I love that. I've never seen them in a group. I've only just seen one in a cage.
Yeah.
They're cool, though.
If I recall correctly, ravens tend to be in smaller groups than crows. Unkindnesses tend to be smaller than murders.
First I was thinking Dave and the brainless feathery asshole. But then, what was the other thing I thought? I don't remember. But if it comes to mind, I'll bring it back. Oh, Murkrow. I just love Murkrow.
Yes.
Ravens are generally less social, understandable given they're larger. That reminds me. Oh, yes, Nana? What does that remind you? Nana likes to make crow sounds. Although they'll stand on the sidewalk and go, ha! 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 Well, remind me after stream to tell you about the horrible intrusive thought. Okay. You'll have to remind me to remind you. Anyway, let's learn about cranes and herons.
Okay. So cranes fly with their necks straight. Well, while both when at rest have a kind of S shape to their neck, which is actually is actually a difference between both and the stork. The stork has a straight neck. Even when leaning at rest. Cranes fly with their necks straight. Herons keep them in an S shape. Cranes are omnivorous, while herons are carnivores. Cranes are larger than herons.
They're
herons
huge.
are already pretty large.
They're terrifying.
Cranes are like cranes are like crazy go-nuts big. Cranes don't reuse their nests, and they have precocial young rather than altricial young. And cranes will have very elaborate dances as part of their courtship rituals. Which herons don't. Cranes are more territorial. Herons have a much smaller territory, but I wouldn't pick a fight with a heron. A great blue heron will go for the eyes.
Yeah. There's a lot of them
They're
at one of the
just,
parks we go to. And sometimes we'll see people with their dogs or their kids walking towards the heron. And I'm like, you need to back the fuck away. That thing's gonna kill you.
No. Herons are, I have notes that say, use eye protection when working with herons.
Yeah.
Because, even though they're actually relatively unaggressive for birds of their size, when they do fight, they fight rough.
Now, looking at these two pictures, do cranes not have the head plumage, or is that just a female crane?
I want to say they're exactly like two native species of cranes, so I think the whooping crane has something on its head.
Because most of the time I identify it by the color of the beak and the plumage.
Okay, no, I am mistaken. Cranes, that is just another difference.
Okay.
The herons have a little thing on their head.
Yeah, the little kids walking right by at eye level terrifies me. And their parents don't even know, and I just want to be like, get your kid away from that bird. You're like 20 feet from that horrifying heron. Like, go away.
Yeah.
It scares me.
I mean, I wouldn't even say the heron's particularly horrifying. It's just horrifying to approach one like that.
Yeah. When it's like at a public park and there's kids everywhere?
It's like, jumping in front of a mother bear, in between a mother bear and her cubs. I don't think the bear is the problem there.
No, not at all.
But yeah. Also, there are way more herons than cranes. There are like two species of crane, and one of them is extremely endangered.
Oh, that's sad.
The sandhill crane is the one that's not extremely endangered. The whooping crane is a super endangered one.
Aw. Rip cranes. Owl.
So gonna go with the whole lot of owls, and a lot of what I could say I could say for any number of owls, but I've worked with a barred owl, so I decided to go with barred owls. Strixvaria. So they're carnivores who mostly eat small rodents. They can eat like frogs or lizards depending on exactly where they are. Since they live in especially since they tend to live in wetlands. So they're native to the eastern US and the south and southeast Canada, but recently due to deforestation and as deforestation has, they've also moved west. They moved into all the way to the Pacific Northwest. And there they actually cause a lot of problems for spotted owls, since they do a lot better in the cleared out not old wood forests. So owl feathers are adapted for silent flight, so they can ambush prey. Their ears are asymmetrical, which allows them to determine the heights at which sounds come from.
Huh.
Which is very good if you're hunting mice in the dark. Their ears are also covered with flaps.
Like dogs.
Yeah, I guess. So barred owls for monogamous mating. Yeah, I didn't really want to fight. I was just gonna let it go, Nana.
It's true though.
I was gonna be like,
Doggies
okay,
are
sure.
flippers.
I don't want to take too long. It's already been half an hour. But you are correct that it is very different.
Okay.
Uh, the
Anyway, continue.
yeah. So they mate for life. They nest in trees or will take over other birds' nests. And so this is a thing for all owls. Actually, they don't count their young, and their eggs hatch at different times, which means that sometimes a larger baby owl will eat younger baby owls, will eat smaller baby owls, especially if they hatch first.
Interesting.
It also means that if you have owls of the same species and you have some orphans, you can slip them into the nest of the parents if they're about the same size as the other baby owls. The owlets, if you will.
I've heard of that happening at zoos and animal sanctuaries.
Yeah. You want to make sure that they're about the same size, because if there's a significant size difference, the bigger ones will just eat the smaller ones.
Be like, I don't remember having 3 kids, but sure, I'll have 3 kids.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
And that's pretty much owls.
Dan's bestie, the red-tailed hawk.
Yeah, so here's Dan's favorite bird, the red-tailed hawk, Buteo jamaicensis. So the red tail starts developing at 2 years and finishes at 3. This is the most widely distributed raptor in the Western Hemisphere. They basically live everywhere in the Americas because they'll eat just about any animal. They very commonly suffer from lead or rodenticide poisoning.
Whoa. That makes
They
sense.
can Wait, sorry, did you say something?
I said that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because if there's rats that will, or mice that will get rat poisoning and then go outside and then a hawk sees it and picks it up and eats it, it's gonna get sick.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it works.
That's crazy.
Rodenticides are very long-lasting and kill in a...
What? I was thinking about Rockhawk from Thousand Year Door. yeah, it'd be like an owl bear, but it's an owl dog. What is Nana referencing?
So...
Oh, Animorphs. Okay. I was thinking this hawk looks like a total Chad.
Yes. No, red-tailed hawks look really cool and sound really cool. Like bald eagles, like the reason why they're used for the why the red-tailed hawk cry is used, because red-tailed hawks have very powerful, imposing cries. The bald eagle has a cry that sounds kind of like that of a gull, and also makes clucking noises like a chicken.
Aw, it's cute.
Yeah, whereas the red-tailed hawk just makes like really impressive. Like our red-tailed hawk at work, he'll sometimes, since they have excellent vision, he'll sometimes see hawks we can't, and he'll scream at them. And the noises he makes are, I mean, they're very loud because we happen to be next to him, but they're very beautiful otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong, very piercing.
I'd love to meet him.
They can live up to 20 years in the wild, although 20 is very old for a wild hawk. They can live to about, because they have to stay in Olympic level athlete shape to catch their prey, and the older you get, the harder that is to maintain. However, if you in captivity, they can get steady supplies of food, so that's not a problem. That's less of a problem there. So most birds of prey have the females be significantly larger than the males, but they otherwise look very similar. Red-tailed hawks are not an exception to this. They have eyesight 8 times that of humans, and yeah, as mentioned, the stock eagle cry is... But yeah, if you see a bird of prey and you're not sure what it is, it's probably a red-tailed hawk, if you live in America.
My homeboy, Falco.
9 times out of 10. So, Here's the American kestrel, Falco Spirivarius. I guess trigger warning for dead lizard.
I didn't even notice.
But-
I was like, this is such a badass photo.
Yeah. That's a male and a female together. Because unlike most birds of prey, the American kestrel has noticeable sexual dimorphism. The one holding the lizard is a male. Usual common with birds, typically the males, if there's a color difference, the males are much more colorful. So these guys are the smallest falcon in Massachusetts and a pretty small one overall. They're the most common in the US. Not the most common bird of prey, but the most common falcon. The most common bird of prey is the red-tailed hawk. These guys mostly eat insects, but again, as you can tell from the guy holding the lizard, they can eat a variety of small prey. They are mostly preyed on by slightly larger hawk. They are preyed on by Cooper's hawks, which feed on smallish birds. And these guys their population is unfortunately in decline in a few areas, notably in New England.
Most common bird of prey is man.
But yeah, so
This picture's awesome.
we doubled up on we doubled up on falcons, not just in that there are two in this picture, but in that the next animal is also a falcon.
Whoa, I've seen these guys.
Our next bird is the peregrine falcon, Falco peregrinus. So they eat other birds. Their prey ranges in size from songbirds to herons. They're not big enough to like carry off a heron or anything. They just kill it and eat parts of it.
That's awesome.
Most of their prey are about the size of a dove or a pigeon. There are ones in the Grand Canyon that will hunt bats, and the young will hunt dragonflies
Aw.
to practice. So this is the fastest animal on the planet. Their diving speed can reach up to 200 miles per hour. They nest in very high areas, and they're probably one of the most famous stories about endangered birds. At least in Massachusetts, they're still listed. But heavy use of chemical pesticides nearly destroyed their entire population. Because basically, things they would eat. It's kind of like the rodenticide poisoning. Animals affected by the pesticides would be weakened and eaten by the hawks. Or by the falcons. My bad. I just made the mistake. I warned people not to.
Yeah, you're good.
Most famous is probably DDT, which resulted in the use of DDT would result in their young's eggshell thinning. So even birds not killed by by poison would produce offspring that would just die.
That's crazy.
Because conservation efforts have led to a significant recovery. While they're still endangered, their population has recovered very well. They're a conservation success story, I would say, if still a work in progress.
That's really cool. There's that evil blue bitch.
Okay, and here's Holden's favorite bird, the blue jay.
Man.
Cyanoceto cristata. So they are actually related to corvids. They make even more use of sound mimicry than other corvids. They will mimic cries of red-tailed hawks to scare off other birds. So, and these guys are birds that have very low sexual dimorphism, which is kind of unusual for colorful birds.
Yeah, they're known to mimic gumball machines to get off work.
Oh, right, yeah, because that show has Birdie
Mordecai.
and Tom Servo in it.
Yeah, Mordecai. That's why I went, yeah, yo! Because that's what Mordecai does.
Okay, so these guys will eat just about anything. As far as birds go, they're susceptible to the West Nile virus.
That's sad.
They're very bright. So yeah. There are a variety of different jays, which are all part of the corvid family. But they're like gray jays as well. The most common are blue jays.
You can tell by the shape of the beak.
Yep.
Our homeboy, the robin.
Yep. So, Turdus migratorius.
Turdus.
Robins are insectivores. Both the male and female adults have a red breast. The young actually have a speckled breast. If you go back to the earlier slide, you can check. But
I believe you.
they're
like deer in that
so
way.
they were migratory birds, and in New England they're still classified as such. Again, I don't know as much about legal classifications outside of New England, because all the ones I had to learn were the New England ones. So I will admit this is kind of myopic in that regard. I cribbed a lot from wildlife exam notes for this. And you can sometimes see something where I put it in there. Like, I probably wouldn't have mentioned susceptible to West Nile virus for blue jays.
That's true.
But recent changes in habitat and climate and their food sources have allowed them to stay long-term. So they're less migratory now than they used to be.
Yeah, I see a lot of those. Hummingbird.
So here's the ruby-throated hummingbird, Archilochus colubris. So here's the thing: if you live east of the Mississippi and you see a hummingbird, it's a ruby-throated hummingbird. So there's your fun fact. A whole lot more on the west of the Mississippi. And I don't have an easy trick for that. Sorry. But if you're an East Coaster, then yeah, you see a hummingbird flitting around, it's probably it's going to be one of these guys. I guess unless you're like a collection of hummingbirds from different parts of the country, from the world, at which point, like at a zoo, that's not a promise I can make. But in the wild.
There you go.
So the males have so the males and females look very similar, other than the fact that the males have the bright red throat, called a gorget.
Do the females go? Do the females go? Wow, honey, you're so gorgeous. I can hear you face palming.
Yeah.
Coronation Starscream. This is bad comedy.
Episcovore.
So they drink nectar with their long tongues, which helps provide a lot of energy, but they get a lot of nutrients from eating insects.
We come for your nectar.
They just need a whole lot of nectar to actually move around because of how absurdly fast their heartbeats are, how fast they flutter around. They're like the smallest. They're like one of the smallest varieties, families of bird, and the most agile.
I've been told that I'm
not
like
the
a
quickest,
hummingbird.
but the most maneuverable.
I have a fast heartbeat and I go really
so they're
fast.
actually very territorial. They'll pick fights with things way bigger than them. They're not nearly as scary as again. I'd say they're not the scariest birds out there because even though they'll fight, they aren't really to do any damage. But indeed, if their coracoids or wings are broken, they're basically guaranteed to not be able to fly because they're so little and have the frail bones that all birds do. Just now you're doing it with an animal that is approximately the size of Ben Shapiro. So...
Squint up, buddy! That's cool.
So,
Sparrow.
So now we get to the invasive species. So this is the house sparrow, Passer domesticus. They are cavity nesting seed eaters. The males are more colorful. Can see that this guy has a little gray cap on the top of his head and a black stripe on his face. So they are the most widespread species of bird on the planet. They're native to all of Europe and most of Asia, but have been introduced to other areas. So, in the U.S., they were introduced for pest control in Brooklyn in, I think, like, 1852? Something like that, and maybe just 1850. In the 1850s into like into like the late 1860s. They were first released in Brooklyn, but later various other cities. In Brooklyn, there was a moth population that they were trying to take care of. And as with most cases when you introduce a foreign species to eat a pest, it eats it, but then also eats everything else too. They outcompete native cavity nesters. They are known for killing bluebirds and taking over their nests. Though changes in farming practices have led to a recent North American population decline, they remain one of the most common bird species on the continent.
You mean to tell me that Pidgey looks more like a sparrow than Spiro does?
Yeah, I'd have to check the Japanese names to tell you if I thought that this was just a thing where if it's a deal where they just made a thing where their birds are just not very well named in general, or if it's just specifically Americans being weird. Because yes, a male house sparrow looks almost exactly like a Pidgey.
Yeah. Does Starly even look like a starling? I don't know.
Not really, no.
I don't know what a Spiro looks like. A bird of prey. Oh, starlings. Wow. I had no idea that was your next slide.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
they look nothing like starlings.
Here's the second thing, and also Holden, why do your people release so many birds into the wild? So many European birds into. So many New Yorkers have just released European birds into New York and a lot of America.
Homie, I didn't live in New York in the 1800s.
That is true. You did not live there in the 1800s, but do you know why New Yorkers were like that in the 1800s?
No.
Okay, I was hoping you had some insight.
Well, yeah, the sociology of New Yorkers is not my strong suit.
Okay, so the adults look very different from juveniles. Here you can see an adult feeding a juvenile.
Oh, I thought that was its wife. It's like, here, honey, I love you. Have some worms.
Yeah. Honey, I love you. When you grow up, try to destroy local ecosystems. So yeah, they are cavity nesters, and much like the house sparrow, actually, they're very aggressive. That's a good point with Nana makes a good point with Starly, which is that it's not a European starling.
Oh.
But anyways, so yeah, they're invasive species in the U.S. and for a reason that is kind of hilarious. So I understand the idea. I don't think it's a good idea, but I understand the idea of this animal eats this other animal somewhere else. Let's bring it here so it can eat that other animal. It's faulty logic, but it's logic I follow.
Yeah.
For the European starling, Shakespeare offhandedly mentions starlings in a poem about appreciating the beauty of nature. So some Shakespeare fans in 1890 decided that the best way to make sure everyone could enjoy Shakespeare would be to release 100 starlings in Central Park. And they bred every European starling in America is descended from those 100.
So you mean to say, next time you complain, oh, my fandom is so toxic. Think about the Shakespeare fandom, okay? They destroyed ecosystems. Your fandom is not toxic.
Yeah, as I say, by comparison, the Shakespeare fandom is fucking wild.
The only thing
Not
that's
many
gone
fandoms
down...
can say they have literally destroyed ecosystems. By the 1950s, they'd made it to the West Coast. And again, like the sparrow, they outcompete native cavity nesters.
The
For
Homestuck
whatever
fandom
reason,
brought about more
European cavity
buckets.
nesters seem to be extra efficient and ruthless.
That's pretty cool, though. Here's your favorite, the ass biter.
Yes. Well, shrapnel's the one that has a big problem with them. We just think they're, So these guys I actually just repurposed from the previous, slide. From last year's show, because, they're the only non-mammal I included. So these guys are also a feral species, and also because of New Yorkers. But I'll at least give, this one wasn't deliberate. This was just that the guy who did it was stupid, but he did not actively intend to destroy an ecosystem. He was just a rich idiot who wanted to have big, pretty birds on his property. He just did not think about doing anything to keep those big birds from flying away. Now, I can understand why he didn't clip the wings, because a swan would kill you if you tried to clip their wings. But you'd feel like there'd be any effort taken. Other than just being like, hey, I'm gonna put them in, let's just put these guys in parks.
That guy terrifies me.
Because, I think I said this last year, at work we have a joke that, so our general attitude at work really is that we can't judge animals by human standards of morality, and any patient we have is one we will try to take care of. However, the joke goes, swans are also just actually evil.
I mean, yeah, look at that thing. Look at the look on its face.
Yeah, they're beautiful but evil. So they pair for life. The mother lays about 5 eggs. She sits on the eggs while the father defends the territory very aggressively. In the Boston Common, there's actually a mated pair that are both female, because the males are even more aggressive, especially males in a mated pair. But the females are still extremely aggressive and will just beat other waterfowl to death on occasion. Or anything that gets too close. They're very generous. Anything that's on their territory is something they will go after, and they have a very generous definition of territory. So cygnets, baby swans, are precocial, big, and awkward. And they will follow their parents around until the parents literally ditch them during flying lessons. Which might be why swans are so evil. They all have like mommy and daddy issues. Like, maybe that just convinced them that they have to hate all life.
They're so emo. They write in their diary how much they hate their mommy.
Yeah. So they do impact native waterfowl by taking over their territory. Probably less dramatically so than the starling or sparrow, but still noticeable. And so here's a tip. If you're chased by a swan, throw a jacket, blanket, towel, or like similar draping object over its head. Swans will assume that if they can't see you, you can't see them.
It's also kind of like, the defense rests. The hyperspace chicken lawyer.
It is something that I think is very... I mean, obviously there's great use for this in wildlife rehabbing, but it also helps for anyone that just happens to happen to step across what they didn't know was mute swan territory, because the mute swan decided that a few miles around is their territory.
Yep.
And they want to break your bones with some wing strikes.
Alright, next up we get... Hold on, let's click out the window. Oh, is that
And
it?
I think this is the last slide.
Oh.
So...
Wow. We learned! Yay!
Like, there are a few others I was considering including, and I didn't do as much as small birds as I wanted to. But hopefully it was informative and enjoyable.
I learned so much, thank you. I love learning about animals.
No problem.
I do want to pull up that picture again. The precocial Chad. This picture is so fucking good.
I think I DM'd you the image.
I know you did. I just love looking at it. It's like, why do they have to? Why do they have to draw him so sultry? He's got those fuck me eyes.
Well, because he's a Chad.
Yeah.
Which means that as soon as he hatches, he is as soon as he hatches, he is sexy. He's like Ron Burgundy, who was born with perfect hair as an infant.
That's so funny.
And in his autobiography, Ron Burgundy says, "Can I say I thought I was a sexy baby? Because I felt like a sexy baby." That's what the precocial Chad is like.
Yeah. What a guy. What a guy
Like-
indeed. We learned so much about birds today. Alright. One thing, I do want to learn bird cries at some point. Maybe that'd be an interesting future thing.
That's also something I could have done more on. I like didn't do it all.
Nah, dude, you're good.
I mentioned with crows and ravens, the red-tailed hawks have the cry of every eagle stop sound effect ever.
Yeah.
The barn owls have a kind of who are you?
Yeah. The one that we hear a lot in media as well. Alright, everyone who's here witnessed some birds. Gets the birding badge! Yeah! Which I also included a neat resource for identifying birds right from your cell phone. Let me copy this link. There's like all kinds of really cool apps that you can check out that... Hold on, let me get out of here. Oh, I have this pulled up. We find 3 dudes who are very autistic about birds. I'm the eldest of the Bird Brothers. Best thing about birds, it has to be the beak.
Okay, so...
Nope, wrong page.
I was actually, I was, damn, you had the same thought I was. I was just going to, as soon as you presented the badge, I was going to, do similar. I was going to do something.
Yeah, so like there's apps that will, you take a picture of the, like plants, and it'll tell you what the plants are. Well, Cornell Bird Lab has, an app, you take a picture of a bird and it'll tell you. It's just like in Alba when we played that last year. That had, she took pictures of birds with her phone and then got identification of what the bird was. So you can take pictures of your birds and it'll tell you, yep, that's a duck. It'll tell you what kind of duck it is or whatever. Oh, they have a bird of the month challenge. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, you can download eBird Mobile if you want to take pictures of birds and shit. So, all right, thank you, Orville. I'm gonna kick you out now.
Well, I wanted to say one thing when you present the badge.
Yeah.
So present the badge so I can say my thing.
Oh, okay. I'll do it again. Hold on, let me find the button. Okay, go wild.
Okay. Birding Badge raises the attack power of Pokemon. It also enables Pokemon to use Flash if they have it any time.
I was gonna say, you're Faulkner, right?
Yeah, I literally just quoted Faulkner. Here, take this too. By using a TM, Pokemon will instantly learn a new move. Think before you act. A TM can only be used once. TM31 contains Mud Slap. It reduces the enemy's accuracy while it causes it damage. In other words, it is both offensive and defensive.
Nice.
Okay, now I'll leave.
Yay! Alright, I'm off the call now. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we just learned about birds, and that was cool. The next thing we're gonna learn about is we always do an activity. Today's activity is I'm gonna teach you guys about mosquitoes and ticks. So if you don't like looking at bugs, probably don't look away for like next 5 to 10 minutes. So we're gonna learn about mosquitoes first. So I went straight to the source, to the CDC. I was like, teach me about mosquitoes. Because I live in an area that's got crazy amounts of mosquitoes. Mostly like West Nile virus is really crazy here. So you want to use a EPA registered insect repellent. A lot of people are actually allergic to DEET. So if you got sensitive skin and it turns out you're allergic to DEET, there's other ones you can get that have like eucalyptus or what's that other one? Citronella. Citronella candles are really common to light around your campsite. So bring citronella if you're allergic to DEET. There's also picaridin. I don't know what that is. Picaridin, paramethanediol, a lot of stuff. But most common one is DEET. That's a major mosquito repellent, and effective for pregnant and breastfeeding women. So if you're gonna go hiking while you're pregnant, maybe try something else. But you know, if you want to, make sure that you dress your child in clothes that cover the arms and legs. Also, just don't go hiking with your baby. That's kind of weird. Cover strollers and baby carriers with mosquito netting. That's a good one. When using insect repellent, follow the label. Do not use products that have OLE or PMD for children under 3. Do not apply it to their hands, mouth, cuts, or irritated skin. Don't do that on adults either. You know, don't... If you're an adult, apply it to your hand and put it on the baby's face. It's not like you just don't go right in your face. That's crazy. You know, always follow the instructions. Apply the repellent as directed. Do not apply the repellent on the skin under clothing. It doesn't make sense to do that anyway. If you are using sunscreen, put the sunscreen first and then the repellent, which makes a lot of sense because if you put the repellent on and then the sunscreen, you're not going to be able to repel bugs. But if you put the sunscreen on and then the repellent, then you're blocking the sun and the repellent, and the bugs. So that's cool. Make sure you wear protective clothing. Loose-fitting long-sleeve shirts and pants. Clothing and gear treated with permethrin, which is an insecticide that kills mosquitoes. And they keep the treatment on there after washing multiple times. Just don't put it on your skin directly. If you are, you know, in a tent, you want to make sure that the mesh on the tent is enough of a screen to block out getting mosquitoes. If there's a hole in the screen, you want to patch it up so that you don't get mosquitoes inside. Stop mosquitoes from laying eggs in or near water. So you need, whenever you're going out and getting water, make sure that there's not just plain standing water, because that's a beautiful breeding ground for mosquitoes. That's nasty. You want to make sure that the container is used moving water. If it's moving water, they're less likely to have their eggs there. If you have any like bird baths, flower pots, buckets, etc., anything that just collects water, make sure you empty it out at least once a week. Or just don't have anything that can collect water. All natural repellents are not as effective per se, just that there's not enough study on that. Yeah, make sure it's EPA registered. So there's that. Here's a little infographic. It says basically the same thing. You know, you want to look for the picaridin and the DEET. Mosquitoes are mostly eaten by frogs and bats, for whom they are a vital food source. They're too small for insect-eating owls, like screech owls, to go after with any regularity. That's true. Don't be outside during dawn or dusk if you don't want to get any potential of being bitten. I'm a pretty sweet guy, so like mosquitoes love me. Someone once asked if it's true that mosquitoes prefer certain blood types. Not necessarily. It is true that mosquitoes do like diabetics more. A lot of people assume that they like O negative, which is not true. They don't necessarily go after specific blood types. So yeah, make sure your windows have screens. If you don't have screens, put a net over your bed. Pour out your standing water. Shower when you're sweaty, because they love the smell of sweat. That's where your hormones are coming out, and they'll smell the hormones. So like, they'll smell like the ketones on a diabetic and want to suck your blood. Don't drink beer. They love the smell of beer for some reason. And, you know, loose light colors that cover all your limbs. Along the same lines, we're going to learn about some ticks. This is from the New York State Department of Health. Okay, it's kind of hard to read because I didn't realize this font is so small. Okay. Lyme disease, baby. You want to be careful about ticks because ticks are no bueno. You can get even more diseases from ticks than you can from mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, you can get West Nile. With ticks, you can get Lyme's disease. You can also get Babesia. So that's pretty cool. Those are always in your blood. Yep, possums and turkeys. Yeah, we learned about possums and turkeys last year. Which I was surprised you didn't put anything about turkeys, but I didn't even mention it. So yeah. Lyme's disease is a bacterial infection caused by the bite of an infected deer tick. Untreated, the disease can cause a number of health problems. Patients treated with antibiotics in the early stage usually recover rapidly and completely. My brother had Lyme's disease from going fishing, and half of his face was paralyzed for like a week. That's okay, I understand. So yeah, it's a bacteria that can affect skin and the nervous system, heart, and joints. I knew another guy who had Lyme's, and he lost a major amount of movement in his leg, so he had to like limp and use a cane. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Orville. You did great. It can affect anybody who spends time in grassy environments. You have greater chance of being bitten by a deer tick, obviously during the time when they're most active. Young deer ticks, nymphs, are active mid-May to mid-August, so it's right around the time where they're going to be less active. So I always thought that September, October was always a better time to go camping anyway. So be careful when you're hiking in the summer, that is. Adult ticks are the size of a sesame seed and active from March to May. Mid-August, yeah. The adults are active in the fall. Most nymphs and adults can transmit Lyme disease. Ticks can be active anytime the temperature is above freezing. Not all deer ticks have the bacteria that cause Lyme disease. They can be infected if they feed on small animals that are infected. And it can be spread when the infected tick bites a person that stays attached for a long period of time. It must be attached for 36 hours or more before the bacteria can be transmitted. So that's why you want to check yourself immediately after you come inside or before you go inside. That way you can make sure it hasn't been on you for longer than 36 hours. Symptoms include a rash that looks like a bullseye. If you see like a bite and then a big ring, that ring means it's time to get the fuck out. You got Lyme's. You gotta go. Yeah, go to urgent care. Gotta get checked out. And then multiple rash sites. You get chills, fever, headache, fatigue, stiff neck, muscle, joint pain, swollen glands. They'll make your lymph nodes pretty big. If Lyme disease is unrecognized or untreated, the more severe the symptoms may occur. If it progresses, you'll get severe fatigue, stiff aching neck, tingling, numbness in arms and legs, facial paralysis. That's what happened to my brother. Most severe symptoms may not appear for weeks, months, or years. Severe headaches, painful arthritis, swelling of joints, heart and central nervous system problems. The symptoms can appear within 30 days of the bite. Lyme disease is a bacterial infection. Even if successfully treated, a person may become reinfected if bit later. So Just because you got one doesn't mean you can get an immunity. Treatment involves antibiotics for a full cure. How do you prevent it? Ticks are usually in moist, shady areas. They love tall grass. You're not supposed to go in tall grass without a Pokemon anyway, so... They have a makeup presentation plan, I can add them. Ah, no, you're good. That was a great presentation. Deer ticks cannot jump or fly, and do not drop onto passing people, passing people or animals. They get on humans and animals by direct contact. So, since they're really small and hard to see, if you just like brush against them, you won't even know that they're there. Usually it'll get on the skin. If not, it'll climb upwards until it reaches a protected area. In the tick-infested areas, your best protection is avoid contact with soil, leaf litter, and vegetation. If you garden, hike, camp, hunt, work, or otherwise spend time in the outdoors, protect yourself by wearing light-colored clothing with a tight weave so that you can spot the ticks easily. Wear closed-toed shoes, long pants, long-sleeve shirts. Tuck your pant leg into socks so you look like a little pilgrim. Or wear long boots. Check your clothes or exposed skin frequently while you're outside. Check again once you're inside. Use repellent once again. Follow the directions. Stay on clear, well-traveled trails. Avoid vegetation. Avoid sitting directly on the ground or on stone walls. If you got long hair, make sure it's tied back. First, they start off as larvae. Then they go to nymph. And adults. They only crawl, they cannot fly or jump, as we learned. Ticks that are found on the scalp have usually crawled there from the lower part of the body. Some species will crawl several feet towards a host. They can be active on winter days when the ground temperature is above 45. There are two groups of ticks, sometimes hard and soft ticks. Hard ticks like the common dog tick and deer tick have hard shield just behind their mouth, sometimes incorrectly their head. Unfed hard ticks are shaped like a flat seed. The most common in New York are deer and American dog tick, and the Lone Star tick. To remove one once it's on you, don't panic, first of all. Once again, they're not all are infected. So, if you remove it within the first 36 hours, you're good. Using tweezers. Grasp the tick as close to the skin, pull the tick in a steady upward motion. Wash it with a disinfectant. Do not touch the tick with your bare hands. Do not squeeze the body, you may increase your risk of infection. Do not put alcohol, nail polish, or Vaseline on it. Do not put a hot match or cigarette on it. Do not use your fingers. Again, these methods do not work and only increase the likelihood the tick will transmit Lyme's to you. Applying alcohol, nail polish remover, or hot match can irritate the tick and cause it to regurgitate its gut contents on your skin. Gut contents can contain Lyme disease causing bacterium. While removing the tick, if the tick's mouth parts break off and remain in your skin, don't worry. The mouth parts alone cannot transmit Lyme disease. After cleaning, watch the site for appearance of rash 3 to 30 days after. Will usually be about 2 inches in diameter and will gradually expand to several inches in size. So if you want to create a tick-free environment, they're mostly in wooded areas. Be careful about like lawns and your lawns and your shrubs and stuff. So make sure your grass is mowed, remove your leaf litter, brush and weeds at the edge of the lawn. Restrict the use of ground clover. Remove brush and leaves around stone walls and wood piles. Discourage rodent activity, since, you know, possums and other rodents enjoy eating ticks. Move your firewood piles and bird feeders away from the house. Manage your pets. Keep your dogs and cats out of wood to reduce the ticks. Use plantings that do not attract deer, because deer love to break in and eat all your veggies. Move your children's swing sets and sandboxes away from a woodland edge. Put them on a wood chip or mulch type foundation. Trim your tree branches and shrubs around the lawn. Adopt drier or less water demanding landscaping. Widen your woodland trails. And if you consider a pesticide application, do not use a pesticide near a stream or body of water. It may kill aquatic life or pollute the water itself. So yeah, this continues the same thing about DEET. So here's a little Tick 101 picture here. Common host dogs, deer, human, and rabbits. Notice that they've Lyme's disease has really increased quite a lot. They've been educating about Lyme's disease for a long time. And moose, yeah, and moose. They've been educating about Lyme's disease for a long time. Like, Lyme's came around about in the 1990s, I want to say. 1980s, 1990s. Where's that west now? I don't remember. But they've been educating, and it still keeps going up. Because people don't pay attention. Near here? Not so much. I've seen a lot of moose when I lived in Vermont. I saw at least 3 moose, and that's a lot. The goal is to run into 0 moose. But we have a lot of deer here. It was really weird in the springtime. I mean, to be fair, the deer were coming out to eat grass that was starting to sprout, but deer were coming around in the springtime, walking around the city, and people kept hitting deer in the downtown area. So we have a lot of deer on the highways and stuff here too. But yeah, pay attention. Yeah, I don't want you getting Lyme disease. Okay, there's the black-legged deer tick, the American dog tick. Look, that thing's a lot bigger than the black-legged deer tick, than the Lone Star tick, which is very aggressive. That's the Starry and Heartland virus. I don't know what those are. Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever. You can't donate blood if you got Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever as well. So yeah, this starts egg, then larva, then nymph, and then adult. Fall grass. And all over from spring to fall. Here's a nice little diagram of how to protect yourself. Whoa, I didn't mean for the picture to be that big. Here. Walk in the middle of the trails. Avoid sitting on logs and leaning on trees. Wear a hat. Tuck your hair into your hat if possible. Wear a long-sleeved shirt, fitted at the wrist. Wear shoes, no bare feet or sandals. Long pants tucked into high socks or duct tape around your pants. Consider DEET or paramethrin for your clothes. Wear white or light colored clothing so it's easier to see. I don't wear a lot of bright clothes, so that'd be kind of tricky. Do tick checks immediately and 3 days after your outdoor activity. If you find a tick, remove it carefully and save it. Ask your vet about protection for your furry friends. Look at that little dog. Here's some pictures of them right here. Zoom in a bit. It's transmitted by a tiny tick. Most often the size of a poppy seed. Look how small that is. That's so tiny. And there's a picture of someone removing it. So you grab it by its head, not its body. So yeah. You just learned about ticks. So everyone here gets the Pest Prevention Badge. I worked really hard to draw those bugs. So yeah, if you click that link, it leads to a similar page to that first one about preventing mosquito bites. Just a CDC article about prevention of vector-borne diseases. Alright, that's enough education. It's time to get picking some mushrooms, baby. That was a nice detour. That's right! We were, it's not what I wanted. I was in the process of, driving this horse, or driving this, off-road vehicle into a horse. Boom! Do not do that in real life, the horse will hate you. I did want to find dinosaur bones, actually. We were talking about finding dinosaur bones in Mongolia. I guess if anyone who's come in during this, use M to check your map. Oh yeah, right. Anyone who's come in during this gets the mushroom badge. You scroll the middle mouse button to move in and out. Oh, this is huge. Wait, I have an idea. Yeah! I took a picture of a horse, baby. This is just like Breath of the Wild. But better. Yippee! Oh, I can't take pictures on the horse? Ooh. This picture goes hard. This game apparently was not compatible with my controller, so I got a mouse and keyboard it. I'm so clumsy. I do want to do a horseback riding game for next year. I'll give you a little hint. I was thinking, what's a cool camp thing that people do? They ride horses. So maybe I'll do one of those, like, horse girl. Yeah, I was thinking a horse girl adventure game. Butterfly. Oh, fuck. There we go. I got butterfly. How do I look at my... I want to look at my butterfly. Oh, it's under P? Yeah. That's a good pick. I did it. Alright, let's go pick some mushrooms so that I can actually afford shoes and a horse. Can I afford to go here yet? Yeah! Alright. Time to go to my familiar area. Oh shit. Squong! Uh-oh. Oh, phew! Yeah, buddy, that's what New York looks like. Seagull? Raccoon! Oh shit! I gotta get this raccoon. Apparently seagulls think that park are like really common in parking lots because they think that like the parking lots from above are big wide swaths of gray, so it kind of looks like the ocean. Walking trail, yeah. Don't stand in the grass like this, that's how you get ticks. Snowy owls like Logan Airport in the winter. See, I think of the the Story Night meme where it was like Fallout 4 was so popular that they made Logan International Airport a real place. So I get really excited, I keep pulling my camera out. It's New York, baby. We're finding mushrooms in New York. We're gonna get 1,000 mushrooms and people are gonna love us. The little baby fir trees. I was hoping we could find someone who like knew a lot about like identifying types of trees. So I'd love to do a presentation on like different kinds of trees. I mostly know about the difference between conifers and deciduous trees, but that's it. I can tell you a maple tree, I can tell you a pine tree. I can tell you oak. Yeah, exactly. See, that's standing water. That's mosquito egg breeding habitat. Wish this was like Donkey Kong, where I can put down my, I can punch the floor, and it'll tell me if there's any bananas nearby. I hear you. Who out there warbling? It's true, I'm craving the monkey truth. Ooh. The prophet most Simeon. Why is Donkey Kong in Elder Scrolls? Oh, I see it. Our dear friend the Cardinal. I wonder if there's some good mushrooms underneath this bridge here. Elder Scrolls is Zelda, and Zelda has canonically crossed over with Mario. Mario's the same universe as Donkey Kong. Yeah. Come here, mushrooms. Should bring a dog with me. Is that one? No. Perhaps Mark is the descendant of the Kong line. Zeldio Kong. Well, there is Zelda Blade. You're so loud. You're a loud bird. Argonians are Kremlings. Arrgh. You gotta mod your game so that they're all the voice effects for Kremling or for Argonians is arrgh. Ooh, cool rock. That's a pretty nifty rock formation. I used to know some geologists. Oh my god, a frog! That's my bestie! You're so beautiful! This game rules. Be my friend. I know they're not friends. They're quite the opposite. Bun Bee! Shit. Remember when we got we got ice cream? And we went and got ice cream and then we saw that bunny and the bunny was like, if I don't see it, it doesn't see me. Yeah, I know, I saw them. I was busy taking pictures of this shit. Am I still crouched? Yeah. Where'd they go? We're supposed to put the bunny back in the box. Listen, I got really excited about this frog. Those are like the frogs that time we took a walk at our old apartment to that pond up near the back of the house. I got some good videos of the frogs going boom. Frogs are infinitely cooler than mushrooms. Oh, here we go. I'm also surprised it's out during the daytime. Frogs are usually active when it's dark out. This one of the mosquitoes are out. There's a deer up ahead. Oh shit. Not gonna lie, deer are terrifying. They got prion disease and shit. The best thing you can do, honestly, is bring a dog with you hiking, because the dog will scare off the deer. Any mushrooms up here? No. Rah! I'm making noise! Be scared of me! Oh, here we go. Blew it. We got some blew it mushrooms. Nice. I'm gonna put a marker down. Hell yeah. We'll get so many blew it mushrooms next time we're up here. Squirrel. Bun bee. This is like Pokemon Snap. Whoa, what's that? Did someone die out here? That's crazy. Who the fuck died out here? Press F to pay respects. You can find out. I can? It's over here. Okay, cool. I have a tick. Oh shit, I gotta take it off. Yerp. I stood in the grass too long. That's what I get. I didn't stay on the trail. Are there like pheasant and turkeys out here? Beep, 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 meow, meow, meow. An animal. Yeah. Little washer bear. We showed our friend Chris the video of the raccoon trying to eat the cotton candy. He got really sad. He's like, "You guys ruined my day." Interesting, it doesn't specify what type of butterfly it is. It just says butterfly. We need a butterfly expert. We need a geologist, we need a butterfly expert. Hello again, turtle. I too like the sensation of running water. I do believe the most interesting place that doesn't involve animals in this game is the Rocky Mountain. Most interesting place involving animals is Indiana County. I'm like playing this for mushroom identification, and I'm like, nah, I don't give a shit about the mushrooms. I want to take pictures of animals. They went all out on this game. Ooh, there we go. Portobello! We're gonna port those bellows, baby! I'm raccoon coded, yeah. I like to collect little stuff. I got bags under my eyes. I like the sensation of running water. Maybe Cashew's a raccoon. Aw, Nana's getting in spirit and is playing Mushroom Musume. I did want to play that game on stream at some point. That's a game where you get a mushroom daughter. Ew, get off me, tick. Well, I shouldn't get another tick or else I'm all out of tick stuff. Highly social, clever, clean, despite silly little guy energy. Yeah, exactly. I shower every day. It depends on the setting. I'm not always highly social. I'm highly social online. The larger communities do make me a little anxious. It's because everyone has established history. I find a hard time climbing in if everyone already knows each other, and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? Ooh, I'm a little guy. If any mammal takes over the earth after humans, it'll be raccoons. Isn't that what they said in that one Dropout presentation? What? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I thought that butterfly pushed me. I'm like, what? No, I was holding S instead of W. I'm king of the world. Alright, it's getting late, so we gotta go back inside. I found a surprisingly lot less mushrooms here. Considering the Northeast is a pretty great place to get mushrooms because it's wet. Mushrooms love wet. That's true. I could do better. On that tree. There's a lot of trees. This one? Oh. Oh, here we go. Chanterelles. I just thought Chanterelle would be a great name for a daughter. Possums aren't as tool using coded as raccoons. Yeah. I'm a tool, alright. Alright, let's do one more day. Yeah, you hold things. I'm holding. In terms of abilities, you're right, but opossums have more goblin energy, yeah. I gotta put up my horse photos. My frog photos. Oh yeah. That's what life's about, baby. Go for Rocky Mountains for unique things. Animals in Indiana County. I gotta get some flags. No, I hit the... No, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I know. $300 for Rocky Mountain. Midwest has 50. Southwest, it's 350. I want to see what the unique things are in Rocky Mountain. You had me at unique things. Squong! I'm gonna spend all my points finding unique things. The Rocky Mountain Way. 'Cause 'Way. 'Cause 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 ' Alright. Let's see what these unique things are. Already I see some wildflowers and this nifty bridge up here. Caught my eye. That's a pretty river. Whoa, was that a boar? It ran away. That was just a rabbit. This seems like an area that mushrooms would grow. Yeah. Not those. Those are the bad ones. What is that? What are you? A rabbit. Either my character is short or this is a really tall bridge. 3 places to look at. Okay. It looks just like a map. So you're crossing that bridge. Some interesting stuff along that stretch you're about to enter. Oh, this map is a little bit bigger than I thought. Yeah, I'm crossing the bridge. Instantly I see this cool stick display. Get down here. Something interesting at the top of the area. Well, hopefully I'll make it up there. Ah. Seagull. Who put this here? Is it like a selfie mode? No selfie mode and you cannot make sandwiches. L game. I can be a white guy though. No, I got itchies. Oh. I should have made a presentation on poison ivy. I'll do that next time. Yeah, let's do some tick spray. I found him. Yeah, I've never gotten poison ivy before. Because I'm smart and I stay out of it. twice I've had blood donors come in and be like, I have poison ivy, can I donate blood? And we're like, get the fuck out of here. Well, you're gonna spread that shit. Get out of here. That's gross. More of those big ugly ones you don't want to catch. Yep, leaves of 3, leave them be. Two by 2, hands of blue. Leaves of 4, lucky ye. Leaves of 4, luck for sure. And a bun bee. No, thought I saw a bunny. Got excited. Use of 5. Hi. Marriage iguana. Let iguanas get married. Wrong button. Look at me being a bad boy and I'm following the trails. Can you break your bones in this game? Yes? Hell yeah! Whoa! Can I get pics of salmon? We need to protect marriage from iguanas. They will undermine its sanctity. Oh, look at the trees are in that rock. Or the rocks are on that tree, I mean, that's cool. Oh yeah, I need to look out for those ones that grow on the side of trees. They look like shelves. Aren't they called like chicken or something? Chicken of the earth. Chicken of the woods, thank you. Keep seeing this big old bird. I want to get a shot of it. Yeah, here we go. Pheasant back. Pheasant back mushroom. I'm getting itchy just thinking about the poison ivy. Ugh. Squirrel. Yeah, Nana said there's something cool at the top of the map, so I'm kind of heading off that way. Pretty. Yep. There's the Rocky Mountains. Butterfly. So it's possible to see something cool if you keep your eyes out. I'm gonna keep my eyes in my head at least. Hope it's not another grave site. Again? Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, I think those are the poison ones. I can't remember. Oh, those are the bluets? Okay. Bluet. More that they make the poison ivy brighter green. There we go. A little trail up here. Where'd you go, little birdie? Sparrow. Oh. If I remember correctly. Looks like there's a cave. I'm facing the south. Hello, Ricky. A crow. Why did I hear a car sound? Yeah, I couldn't tell what direction it was coming from. Am I gonna get mauled by a bear? I hope so. This game would be truly immersive if I could. Sounded like it was coming from this way. I hope there's no poison ivy nearby. I don't have any more, poison ivy cream. Oh. Cool. A pick of a dough. Oh. Oh. My man Bigfoot. He walked in multiple directions to obfuscate his direction. Very smart. So you cannot tell exactly what direction you went. Hey Bigfoot, I'm single! Mr. Foot! Put down the pink one to show that I'm in love. Those aren't decoration. I know. It's for marking. And I'm marking that if I want to find love, I gotta come back this way. Damn. The mark's ended. Well, there's another, Oh, hey, what's up? Another one of those structures here. Mr. Foot. Interesting. Ah! That scared me. That deer got right up in my face. Holy shit. I could have died. There's another... Alright, we're going the right direction. The feet are still going this way. No, I don't see them anymore. Not as muddy here, yeah. It is a little bit. But I was gonna head right into the cave, and then I got distracted by the noise. Yeah, the noise was the deer. Oh, that's not a cave? Okay. I want to hope that if you're out at nighttime, you're more likely to see Bigfoot. I will find you, Taylor Talltoe. We will smooch just like old times. But that took place in Canada. I'm not gonna immediately go in the cabin, but I'm gonna stay close by.